Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, August 16. Government has finalized the terms of reference for the team being set up to determine Petrojam's strategic direction.
Sent the TOR to the opposition. I've had their comments, and we have considered them. We have spoken to persons who we are inviting to serve on the commission. They have agreed. We still have one or two persons that we're just tidying up details with, and we should have the commission named very shortly.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness was speaking Wednesday during his quarterly press briefing at Jamaica House. In July, Mr. Holness announced that businessman Christopher Zaka would chair the team that would help the state decide its role in Petrojam's future. Government has been looking to buy back Venezuela's 49% share in the oil refinery and explore ways to make necessary upgrades. Mr. Holness says his administration is also looking at other aspects of the island's energy security to include a possible divestment of Wigton Wind Farm and its shares in the Jamaica Public Service.
We are in a transitionary period in our economy. We are taking wiser decisions. We are taking decisions that are more thoughtful. So that's on the energy front. So I want to see those high-level decisions through.
Cabinet is to review the draft beach access and management policy when it returns from recess in September. The announcement was made yesterday by Minister Darrell Vaz during the Prime Minister's quarterly press briefing at Jamaica House. He says the policy will consider access to and the management of private and public beaches across the island.
What we want is a holistic policy that works for everybody, works for the investor and works for the public.
I suspect that the debate will, within the context of the cabinet, move towards some amendments to the legislation.
10 beaches are being upgraded this financial year under the government's Beach Development Program. Financed primarily by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, $104 million has already been spent on the upgrading of the licensed Boston and Markingstone beaches. A $239 million island-wide road patching program will be rolled out over the next few weeks. The National Works Agency, NWA, is finalizing plans for the program, which will target over 97,000 square meters of major road corridors in 10 parishes. Communication and Customer Services Manager Stephen Shaw says the patching should start within the next week and last for 8 weeks. Over 111 road sections will get attention. Mr. Shaw says St. Catherine, St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrew have not been included in this round of works, but a special program is being finalized for these parishes. In the meantime, the $239 million initiative complements a spray patching program that will be implemented in Hanover, St. James, Trelawney, St. Elizabeth, Clarendon and St. Mary. It's valued at $123 million. 20,000 square meters of roadways in Kingston, St. Andrew and St. Catherine will also be targeted as part of that spray patching program. Transport Minister Robert Montego has committed to addressing safety concerns raised by commuting students ahead of the upcoming school year. Minister Montego gave the commitment during recent talks with a delegation from the National Secondary Students' Council, NSSC. The council raised concerns about safety of commuting students, punctuality of buses, and route recommendations. During the meeting, Minister Montego said he would continue talks with other stakeholders, including the police, insurance companies, and the financial sector. The consultations form part of the minister's 16-point transport reform proposal. The proposal aims to repair the public transportation system and was outlined by the minister during his sectoral presentation on May 30. 21 high school students in St. Catherine have been awarded scholarships worth $315,000 by the Poverty Alleviation and Empowerment Foundation. The awards were presented on Tuesday at the Social Development Commission's office in Spanish Town.
The scholarships is our way of ensuring that the children of the nation, albeit only in a small part of the country, get some form of assistance to move from one phase of their journey to another.
The foundation's executive director says the group will begin delivering its breakfast programs to early childhood institutions within the parish that do not have any starting in September. The Poverty Alleviation and Empowerment Foundation manages projects that include training in entrepreneurial enterprises such as apiculture and poultry rearing, with assistance from RADA, the Bodles Research Center, Food for the Poor, and corporate entities. And finally, weather forecasters have lowered the prediction for a near or above normal hurricane season to one that's below or near normal. The updated forecast indicates a 90% chance that the remainder of the 2018 hurricane season will have 0 to 2 hurricanes that are Category 3 or higher. The season ends in November. According to the Meteorological Service, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has lowered its prediction due to cooler than normal sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic. This weather is expected to continue into October, which is generally the peak of the hurricane season. NOAA also says models are projecting El Niño to become strong enough to help suppress hurricane conditions. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.